What's up, Dashers? Dashers and Clashers.
Coming up, a unique idea to provide
And
mental health care in
procrastinators.
Wayne County. Mobile units. And what we hear again and again and again from families is they end up in an emergency room and then they don't know where to go.
This is what you call a forced
That's coming up
obey
after
of
the
the
break.
light.
Stay with us.
Because you can't get to a position where you can obey it yourself. So unless I go to the right, but it's just too rugged.
You're
It's
with
not a clear
Stateside
cut
here on Michigan Public.
shot, and it hadn't gotten
Cruz.
clear until right
This evening,
now,
we will
and
bring
I'd
you
only
live
saved 1
coverage
second
and
because I could
analysis
have gone
of
right
Governor
now, and
Gretchen
those guys
Whitmer's
would just be
State
like,
of the
look at
State
this
speech.
dick.
Join us
It'd be
for that
turning
tonight
green,
at
and I'd be
7
like
here on
halfway
Michigan
through the
Public.
intersection.
As the 2024 election gathers momentum,
This
voters
guy
have
that's not
plenty
gas
of ones to
metal
watch. I'm trying to pay my clothes off, but it's
gas
insurmountable.
metal.
Lowering taxes, reducing regulations, doing a lot more manufacturing.
I mean,
in America,
you can slowly accelerate to an over the speed limit speed. You know what I mean?
That's on the next morning edition.
You don't need to floor it up to the over the speed.
Morning edition tomorrow from 5 to 9 with Michigan Public's Doug Trabue. Support for Michigan Public comes from the St. Olaf Band, presenting its 2024 Tour of Michigan. The symphonic band is
Today
led
we're
by
working with
conductor
about a
Henry
3:20
Thorne.
in
It'll
the
perform in East Lansing,
afternoon.
Killeen, Troy, and other
Going
locations
back to
throughout the
work, had to
state.
go home to get
February
some
1st
supplies.
through
It's all
4th.
good.
stolaf.edu/tickets.
I got an open lane here to
Support
get
also
on.
comes
I'm
from
real
the
happy
Evans
about.
School for Environment and Sustainability. Rockefeller Foundation President Rajiv
that's
Shah
nice.
will discuss his book, Big Bets, and talk about efforts to solve the climate crisis. January 30th. Reservations at seas.umich.edu.
Going at about a 51 clip.
In the Michigan Public weather forecast, areas of rain this afternoon, possibly mixed
So
with
it's about
some
a
freezing
51
rain.
and a
We'll have
55
highs in the
is
upper
what we're
30s.
going at.
Tonight, a chance of rain with lows in the mid to upper 30s, not moving much. It's 3:20. This is Stateside. I'm Laura Weber-Davis in for April Bear. There are lots of holes in our state's mental health care system. It can take months to get an appointment with an outpatient psychiatrist or therapist, which leaves many people having a mental health
94
crisis
eastbound.
with one option: the emergency.
51 miles an
That's a
hour.
life-saving option for some who's at risk of
Approaching
hurting
Kaiju
themselves
Avenue.
or others. But most hospitals are not set up to get someone the long-term care they need for mental health conditions. A newly launched mobile mental health crisis unit in Wayne County is trying to fill in some of the cracks in that system. April Bear recently talked to a few people about how this new unit helps people get support before or after a mental health crisis. Jakia Kellum is Mobile Crisis Director at Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, and William Carroll is a peer support specialist. She was also joined by Robin Irv, who is the health reporter for Bridge, Michigan, and she recently wrote about this program and its potential impact. Here's their conversation.
Jakia Kellum, I wonder if we could start with you. Can you share with us what some of the motivation was behind creating a mobile unit to help folks in mental health crisis?
Yes, absolutely. I would say just the need in the community that we serve. Definitely there are individuals that are in crisis who may not have the means of transportation to getting to certain areas of help, as well as there are a big need for services for individuals where they are most comfortable in their homes, whether they're at their local church, they're at the park, basically being able to bring services and support individuals right where they are most comfortable at.
Robin, can you share a little bit about what the situation is in Michigan overall? We're talking about this mobile service in, Wayne County, of course, but this is not limited to Michigan needs. What is the experience like for emergency mental health services when someone has a crisis? What kinds of things tend to get set into motion?
Right. It's been a mess for some time in Michigan, and we can't keep looking at hospital emergency rooms to fix this crisis. That's been kind of the default destination for a long time for people in crisis, and that may be appropriate in many cases, especially for somebody who is, immediately at risk for hurting themselves or others. But emergency rooms aren't equipped for long-term care, and all over the state for years, the ER has been kind of that default destination.
I mean, my impression is also not just that that's the destination, but that the means of getting there can be a lot. I mean, maybe sometimes people are transported by ambulance, but is it not the case that very often police are called to make that first contact and to provide the transport?
That's right. And if you're in crisis, if you're agitated, lights and sirens and strangers may not be maybe the best call. So, this is the moment that goes to where the crisis is, whether it's the hospital or, the other thing to understand too is that when it comes to ER, and again, we need to crisis. But there was a recent report that looked at how many people actually get that follow-up care after an emergency visit for substance abuse or mental health crisis. And just 1 in 3 of those people who go to the ER have follow-up care in the next 30 days. So the mobile crisis unit, they're equipped to do that follow-up care. They're in the neighborhood.
William Carroll, would you share a little bit with us about what operations look like day to day for the mobile unit? How many people do you end up seeing?
So there's 4 teams. Right now we've been averaging probably about 1 at least a day. And from 7 right now, we're focusing on meeting people. So,
Yes.
eventually it'll be full time.
Currently our mobile crisis unit, we're in our phase 1.
We're happy.
And what phase 1 looks like for us is we're day 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. serving adults. And we are working to get our application approved through the state of Michigan to be able to provide services for children as well. And so with this huge project, we are moving in phases. But yes, our ultimate goal will be 24/7 operation, including holidays and weekends. And we are definitely doing some work with teams when they're not out on call. We're actually doing work to get the word out in the community by passing out brochures to different areas like, police station, ERs, homeless shelters, just all over the community so that individuals will know that these services are available to them.
Robin, the work that Lucia and William are doing is part of a broader national effort.
I'm gonna pause it for 1,000 feet. Just open back up and we pop back over. 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 Pop back over. Pop back over. Taking off. Exit at 9 Mile. 123.net. And Anna says. Must have been a tough one to get. A lot of preschools and stuff were after it. Wonder if ABC.net's gone. We're going down 9 Mile Road. We're gonna hook a left here. I'll pause it for you. That is. Like I didn't like the whole double lane turn and shit. Oh crap. Boom.
Recovery specialist.
Holy crap. There's some potholes. Man, we got potholes. Oh. Need to get some workers out here on our shit. Let me get over now. Just so I don't have to up there. Wow, look at this shit, man. It's all fucked up.
Because after all, it is their life and it's their environment.
Oh yeah, Yeah, splash my ass. Alright, later. Lower it out there, yeah. I might get in a crash on this last half block, so we'll keep it